right, good morning and Happy New Year to you. Actually, we will say Happy New Year until this month gets to an end. Karibu sana, it's our very first live show here on Tuesday's Social Hour. We are glad that you created time for us. We hope that you had wonderful holidays and festivities, and we hope that back to school haija kumaliza sana. You still have a side of you that you can utilize this particular year. Karibu sana. We want to talk about how to set the pace for 2026, and of course the panel that you love so much, tuko na wao hapa, they are back and they are saying that they are very loaded this year. Loaded.
Amen.
Hey, those iko tu juu this year. So I promise you from January to December, mambo itakuwa live. Karibu sana, Roberta.
Habari zenu.
Back to work.
Mimi niko
two piece.
Niko very Unajua uzuri ya two piece, acha niwaambie hack. Kama hujui fashion sana, unanunua vitu kama hizi. So everything is done. You buy dresses or two pieces. So si ati kumatch, mix and match, shati tenda. Unavaa tu kama umetoka.
But tunakaa poa. Karibu sana. Ken, good to see you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Na mumenyamaza, ni kama mlikuwa mnakula pesa zenu.
Hapana, hii holiday.
Ndio atatuambia.
Ni hata niliamua sisumbui mtu, hata mimi sikuwa nataka kusumbuliwa. So Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah.
Good to see all of you.
Good to see you. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Hey, madam. Are you airborne? But nimekutana na hizi street.
Nimetulia, sio?
Si amecheza chini.
I've been working, guys. Nimekuwa kazi kutoka 29th mimi. So since 29th nimekuwa tu hapa job. Salamu mob sana kutoka kwa Mr. Josh. Last week he thought we were going to be there. Nilisahau kumwambia tu. So he was waiting for us. But big up Mr. Josh, our #1 fan. And we are ready. We are so energetic. We are ready for you guys in 2025. 2026, guy. Sikia, ona akili maliko. 2026, we are ready for you guys.
Mr. Josh, umesikia? Ako loaded this year, and we promise you an exciting journey beginning now. So today, guys, we are talking about setting the pace for this year and just being intentional about 2026. It'll take time to zoe.
I know.
The first day of work. Mimi nishaanza payroll.
The first day of work, we've been here. Anyway, we you know the way you usually say, this is my year, this is my year, this is my year, only to realize in November na kumbe haikuwa hiyo year. What is it that we do wrong? What do we need to do right so that at least we maximize this particular year? There's so much people want to do, but tunaanzanga na hiyo kama around these 2 weeks tunakuanga tuko very focused, tumeandika our goals, we want to do this, but momentum inaendanga inashuka ikifika hapo June tasema acha tujaribu next year. So how do we sustain that momentum? But first of all, let me begin by just hearing what excites you about this particular year. What is it that you're looking forward to? Acha tuanzie Ken, 2026 is here with us. What is it about it that excites you?
I think I'm excited by the fact that I started preparing for my January last year in June. I think kuna time tulikaa chini nikawaambia. I was so ready for my 2026 to start a new job. Oh, I should.
Imekuja tu. Wins cannot be hidden.
So I had to leave somewhere so that I can start a new job. I'm looking forward to finalizing on some research I've been doing and finally graduating this year. So kuna ka prefix mtakuwa mkiweka before jina yangu.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward also for growth. Having a daughter who's started a junior secondary school is so exciting for us because we don't know about this curricula. So we are also students learning about it and looking forward to grow as an individual. Yeah, sometimes we do so much for others and we forget about ourselves. So I'd written it somewhere that 2026, my focus will be on me first. Yeah, so it's my selfish year.
It is your year indeed. And I like written it somewhere. Written it. The power of writing. I like that. Hapa kuna maneno hapa kwa chupi. So tutaruka. Kuna kitu aliandika mahali kwa. Wacha tuende huku kwanza. What excites you about 2026?
Well, 2026, first grateful for the gift of life, of course, and good health. I think that's something we always overlook. We just assume that umeamka uko sawa. So gift of life and of course good health. I also want to keep on being, fit. Bado pale kwa gym. Saizi watu wamejazana, saizi tumejaa. Hakuna space hata ya kubreathe. Saizi watu wako na mioto wamejaa huko. So bado tuendelea ku keep fit. And of course the World Cup, I think is the biggest thing. thing that I'm looking forward to this year. The World Cup is really amazing. Unajua iko Mexico, Canada and US of A. I think nikifanya hii mambo ya World Cup, ningeenda kuwatch World Cup. I think nitakuwa nimehit goals zangu za kuwatch matches. Of course sijamaliza. Alafu unajua goals zangu zinakuwa too different na za watu wengine. So mimi zangu ni kuwatch a World Cup live. I think that will be everything for me. And of course sasa hiyo ingine siwezi sema. Hiyo ingine kuna hiyo ingine siwezi sema chini ya maji, but there's something that I'm working on and I'm really looking forward by the end of the year. So hopefully itajinini tu, mtajua tu by the time tunafika hapo. So vile mimi ufanya, but I'm really working hard towards it and I hope it happen. So to more money, to more travels,
yes, to that.
To more health. Na kuna kitu pia Ken amesema, I always write. You remember even last year 2025 when we were starting, you have to write all your goals, you have to write them down and you have to claim them. Lazima uziandike chini because there is something, unajua siku hizi watu wanasema okay, you can do it on your phone, but mi bado niko pale kwa kitabu. I don't know why. Pen and paper. Bado niko hapo kwa pen and paper, nimekataa kumove. Yes, I have my phone, but nikiandika kwa pen and paper kuna vile inabaki tu kwa memory yangu. Na najua lazima nifanye hizi vitu zenye ziko hapa. So maze God mbele and praying, be very specific. Yani kama kuna kitu nimelearn, niko very specific about my prayers. Naambia tu God specifically ni hii na hii na hii na hii na hii. Hakuna kumwachia feel that yeye achague. Namwambia kitu yenye nataka, sasa yeye ata decide kama ata add on top ama atanipatia anipe kitu kingine better or venye tu ata decide, so but be very specific.
Actually he says ask.
Yeah,
he has given us the mandate to ask.
Seek.
So seek.
Yeah.
Knock.
By the way, Happy New Year to CJ. And we want to talk about Sasa Robata. What exciting. Mbona mnacheka? Kila mtu nimemuuliza the same question.
Guys, it's about to go down.
What exciting.
There's something I'm waiting to hear.
I don't know.
Mbona mnataka nianike kila kitu day one? Simwache ni introduce pole.
Wachana na watu. Mimi nimekuuliza swali.
Ikifika March, sasa mkiniona mahali, unasema we were expecting, you know? But to be honest, 2024 my goal was self-discipline. 2025 my goal was rest, intentional rest. 2026 my goal is more travels. Nataka kujoin yasiniache nyuma. Akibook tunabook sako kwa bako. Ananiambia involve me.
Pia pressure ya kutravel.
Hata kama ni wapi, hata kama tunaenda Tutala, please involve me. That is what I want. I want to put myself out there more. And nisha anza already. Nisha go a few places. Hii December nimezurura. At least nimepanda ndege kidogo. So I love what QT has talked about, being very specific and writing things down, because as you can see, every year we have this discussion on the first day that we report back to work. And I'm hoping people are starting to see the trajectory. I hope you see we're getting hotter, finer, more beautiful, more relaxed. We look like we're making more money. See jokes na see games. Ni ukweli happening, guys. It's happening because we're super intentional about the things we're doing. So for me this year, I think my goals are much more financial than they are about growing myself and healing myself, because I think I've been on a good trajectory. I've been doing that intentionally for the last couple of years. So this year, please involve me. Mukisikia sijui kuna wapi, sijui bash, sijui travel, sijui
you are ready.
Involve.
You are ready.
Hata kama sina, that is what I'm working towards.
Right.
And I'm also working towards extra comfort. If you know me personally, you know me ni baby girl. Spendi maisha yangu Lindsay, hi. I love being soft and, you know, relaxing and taking care of myself. So that's something that I want to do much more intentionally this year as well. Right. The comfort already that I have times extra 10,000. So whatever comfort looks like, if it's just whatever it looks like in the very most basic ways. And I'm sure as we progress throughout the year, we'll be sharing maybe more specific and practical ways that we're achieving these things.
All right. Are you comfortable?
Oh, don't I look at my outfit?
No.
It's very,
yeah, you look comfortable.
But I like the fact that you remember what your 2024 was all about, 2025, 2026. And that brings me to what excites me this year and what I decided that, you know, I've been all over the place. You know, it's like you're running a marathon na unasahau kuangalia nyuma uone, hey, by the way, you know, every year is not about setting goals and starting new projects. This year is about looking back and say,
Wow.
actually, tumefanya kitu. And beginning to fine-tune those things that you have been doing and polishing here, there. Zile vitu umekuwa ukipanda, let them start now paying and you eating the fruits and you're resting and you're reaping where you sow. So it's not about just planning and thinking about new things and new things you want to try. It's about looking at what you have been doing over the years and how it has brought you to where you are and beginning to really tap from what you already have and where you're already at.
I love that.
It's all about just... hii mwaka hakuna mambo mpya.
Bora keyword ni intentionality.
Exactly.
Like whatever you do, usiache maisha ikupite, uamke, useme, oh my goodness. Like be intentional about everything that you're doing, the people you talk to, the places you go, the things that you want. Be very specific. These things, by the way, unaandikanga hata hizo list Cutie anasema, unaweza hata sahau hiyo kitabu, but when you open the book in June, you realize, oh my goodness, I've achieved all these things even without putting like so much focus on it. But because you were intentional in your needs and wants and asking, the universe will always conspire to give you everything you want and to push you into where you need to be.
All right. Unakaa vizuri by the way pale.
Unanicheki kwa Thank you. So
let's talk about now how to get it right, Ken.
Yeah.
Tunaanza mwaka. There's usually a lot of pressure. Pressure is real. Mtu anataka ndiye ameanza January, ataki kuwaste mwaka, akona a lot of pressure on what to do. Some are not even decided on how to go about the year. I want to talk about where we go wrong, because the start is usually, how we start is usually very important.
Yeah.
And most people, I want to believe, start wrong. And that's why we end up tunamaliza mwaka wrong. So where do we go wrong?
Well, I have always believed when you're broke, you should never talk of leaving anything. Yeah? Ati hii mwaka naacha hii. Just because you're broke in January. You know, we prepared our people last year tukiwa kwa hii show, tukasema mshahara ya December, which was supposed to come before Christmas, ilikuwa ilast mpaka the 90 days of January. Hatuko 30, hatujafika 30 days of January. Yeah? Wacha utaona from next week, the level of stresses that will go high. Because now people are starting to rush against bills and all. Hata naambia watu, please, ukikutana na mzazi wa Kenya ako na mtoto shule saa hii, we mhug tu.
Sito unakumbuka nikianza nikasema back to school, haijawamaliza sana.
Umhug tu, usimuambie kitu, we just give them a hug. Because I can tell you, from jana, si uliona jana watu wa senior secondary wakienda, some don't even know what they're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Some don't even have what the items are supposed to be, but the kids are supposed to be in school. I believe before you start anything, you must stop something. I am a believer in a process called decluttering. Kila mtu alipoenda shule kusomea computer, there are some basics that you were taught. Control, Alt, Delete. What have you deleted so that you can create space for something? You must always leave something. You must be ready to leave. There are people who stayed in some places probably last year, some relationships, some friendships that were draining you so much. And if you start it again and you start on the wrong footing in 2026, your 2026 will not be different from 2025. One of the greatest philosophers, Confucius, said that insanity is doing the same thing over and over while expecting different results. You can't start 2026 the same way you started 2025. You claimed that it was a bad year for you, and you're still starting 2026 the same way. 2026, it's like reading a book again. You know how it will end. Sometimes it's okay to close a chapter and start a new book altogether. 12 days later into the year, all of us were given the same. There's some people who've already started a process of making their 2026 great. There are some people who are still struggling to know what will happen in 2026. There are people who do not even know what they're supposed to do. I always say don't curse an year because of one bad day or two bad days, but you also cannot repeat a mistake that you are so good at repeating mistakes. If it is about a relationship that was toxic, you followed this show religiously to talk about how to declutter into that relationship and make it work. But it still did not work. Ulidanganywa December 15th how my family is hard to bring together. Na mtu akaenda kwa ushago na akapeleka mwingine.
Unaguza pabaya.
Check on
Unajua,
the Luo boy.
you know, we are saying it here on a light note na ilifanyikia.
It is true. Yeah? That ulikuwa unadanganywa na mtu ameanza mwaka na mauongo. Probably that is them. Si ati anadanganyanga sana. That is their character that you want them to live, but they are not ready to live. If you started off by saying, I want to go back to school, you cannot wait for school to come to you. Now go to school. Yeah? I was talking to some people last Saturday and I was telling them, those of us who were in school, by the way, nilifanya hesabu ya ile pesa nilitumia ya watoto wangu na mimi kusoma last year. Mimi mwenyewe nikajihurumia. But if you ask me, where was that money? I can't tell you. But it is because of the discipline that she was talking about.
Right.
Yeah? So we must start well, and the first process is declutter. Leave some places, leave some people so that you can create room for others. Kuna watu hushikilia sana. Wacha kushikilia, wachilia.
Hey, Ken amesema uachilia.
Wachana naye.
Wachana nayo. Hiyo kitu imekuwa kukusumbua, relationship, whatever it is, friendship, whatever it is. Kama ni biashara umekuwa ukishikilia haiwaki, umekwama hapo, uachilia. It's about the time that you first of all start by decluttering. And I also caught something you said, change of strategy. If you have been doing something the same way over the years, this year at least try something different. Take a risk, go a different direction. Roberta, leo nisikutia matips. Tunaanza aje? Nini ungependa kushare na sisi on just how to get it right?
Unajua, most times tukikuwa na hizi resolutions na goals na ideas, all these grandiose things that we want to achieve, we forget what you are saying. We forget that we need to give ourselves grace. We need to be kind. We need to do retrospection. Take a moment and sit back. Look back. Ni nini umeachieve? Ni nini umefanya? Wanasemanga piga mwili pole.
Pigia mwili.
Jifurahishe. Jiambia asanti for being able to show up. Showing up every day for the whole year is, in fact, staying alive is not easy. Like, it's a deliberate effort. You wake up and you decide, today I'm going to be alive. Then you live throughout the day. Today I'm going to be happy. Today I'm going to achieve 1, 2, 3. So other than intentionality, I think be very, very graceful to yourself and be kind and realize how far you've come. And a lot of times when we're measuring how far we've come, we fall into comparison. You know, you're thinking, Bobby has bought a car, Bobby has built a house, Bobby sijui ameenda wapi, ameenda kuwatch World Cup live, nini. Lakini growth yako tu ni umeachieve kukuwa alive. Like umeamka 365 days. Well, please don't take it for granted. Kuna watu wengine sana walichoka katikati ya mwaka wakasema, me, I'm out guys, peace. Mi wacha nijitoe. Kuna watu wengine wenye wame live through sickness for so long, and it's not this is something you anticipate. It just happens, and this is life. So please, even just by virtue of you managing to stay alive, please today, whatever it is that you like, jibaie kwa bili yako. I'd say kwa bili yangu, lakini tutapatana wapi? Lakini ukinipata tu nje mali kwa streets, unikumbushe, uniambie,
you owe me a drink.
Yes. Nakubaia, siwezi kosa ya Fanta orange. So I think, please show up for yourself by being extra kind. You know, we're able to show kindness to other people. We're able to see other people's achievements. We're able to notice other people's things. And like I said, this is where the comparison starts coming in. But please take time and notice. I do my yearly planning in December so that I can go on holiday from maybe mid-December all the way to the end of January. So I do this because I work throughout the whole year.
So mid-January haijafika. So
I think tuko mid.
So bado uko holiday.
Holiday yangu imeisha, inaweza endelea ni venye lazima ningekuja leo. Lakini the reason I'm able to accord myself such time is because I'm also intentional. I work from January all the way to December. I don't take any, we all do, most of us. I don't think we take any breaks, long, lengthy breaks like that. So I take this whole month I do my planning, and the planning is very intentional. I can tell you where I will be on 16th January at 2 p.m. because I know everything I need to do.
Okay.
I know where I need to be. I know who I need to talk to. I know which calls I need to make. It also helps with kutoa stress kwa akili. Unajua sala ideas ziko kwa kichwa mingi, una feeling ni kama
so many
things are happening in my life. But if you take time and with a planner ni how much, mi hata sinunuangi, nina ma notebook kwa nyumba nachoranga lines na ruler.
Nitakupa moja.
Yeah, please do. Please do. Nachoranga kwa diary kubwa hivi, nachora naandika 1st January sasa najitengenezea nini planner yangu. Naandika today go on TV. Nikitoka hapa naenda kupost promo yenye itakuwa imewekwa mtandaoni. Nikimaliza yani I know everything I need to do. Everything that it's very intentional, but also it helps relieve my mind of all the things I think I need to be here. But when I know for sure, it makes my life so much easier. So usifikiria ati tuko hapa juu by chance, ama sijui we are lucky, ama sijui ukiona mtu amevaa nguo poa kama hii two-piece yangu, ama ukiona mtu ako mahali anakula kama sasa tunaenda po kwa kibandaski after this na cutie. Ukituona please jua ni very intentional. Hakuna guesswork.
Hiyo kibandaski anasema ungejua ni wapi. Watu
unifuate Instagram na wapostia.
To be about, you know, just how to also your thoughts on how to get it right in 2026. She's spoken about you know, being intentional and also according yourself grace, celebrating yourself. And kitu nimependa sana ni your attention to the detail of planning.
Ni very important.
Tuesday saa 8.
Yeah. I'll take a picture you guys.
Anyway.
Mimi kitu yenye nimelearn, especially for me in 2024 and 2025, naweza sema ni discipline and consistency. I'd say that, and let me explain that, because in terms of working out, unacheki story yangu ya kuamka 4, I think it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I was never a morning person. I've never been a morning person all my life. Nilikuwa naamkanga 8, saa zingine hata nachelewa 8:30. By the time nikuje show yangu inaanza 10, nikuhema na kimbia. You know, I used to be like, I am not a morning person, but nalala late. Utapatana nalala 4 a.m. sijui watching a movie or watching a series or something. So I realized for me to actually achieve, because I wanted to get into fitness, I realized if I really want to do this, then I have to sacrifice. Hizi stories za kulala late, stories za because if you want to wake up early in the morning, lazima ulale mapema. So I always ensure that by 8-9 lazima nikuwe nimelala. So mambo ya movies ya series kwanza nikatoa. So you have to sacrifice one thing to get one thing. So mambo ya kuamka asubuhi hiyo lazima inge happen for me. So discipline, and it's not as easy as people think. Kwanza last week I really struggled to wake up. Hata leo naamkanga najiita meeting najiuliza, do I really have to do this? And then when I start remembering, like nikianza kukumbuka all the benefits that I get in waking up in the morning, I realized that if I wake up in the morning na kwanga nimechangamka sana, and by the time nianze kufika around 3-4, I just want to go home and probably sleep and rest. Na pia ilinisaidia na vitu mob. I used to be a very outgoing person. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but nilikuwa na overdo. You understand? So I needed to also sacrifice that. I'm still an outgoing person, but I choose where to go, who to go out with, and how to actually do it. Like saizi energy yangu nimeipreserve, najua nafaa ni hang out na kina nani, nafaa niseme no to what kind of things. So discipline and consistency, doing something over and over again. Yani consistency, I think watu wengi unaanza ikifika jani imeisha, you want to stop because maybe probably you've not seen what you wanted. So jani imeisha, najiangalia kwa kioo najiambia bado sijapata flat tummy, nataka ku give up. Mbona ni give up? You have to work until December, una understand? So consistency, doing the same thing over and over and over again. Results zitakama at the end of the day. Unasikia Bobby amesema anajua mali penye atakuwa 12. Probably hivyo ndo anajuanga recordings zake, anajuanga every Tuesday tukitoka hapa ataenda apige recordings zake. She's doing it over consistency. And then anajua hizo vitu nikisha record zitapostiwa time fulani, day fulani. So that's called consistency. And I think we overlook those two things. Watu semanga motivation. Let me tell you, when motivation does not show up, what will show up for you? Discipline. So discipline huwa ina come through when motivation is not there, because most of the time we're like, oh, I want to be motivated, niko motivated. What if motivation leo decide leo hakuna motivation, leo nasikia kulala, yani leo sijisikii kutoka kwa hii bed, sijisikii kufanya, but you need to be there, you need to show up. Sisi wote hapa leo tume show up at work. Why did we show up? Mimi kwanza nimetoka kuambia Bobby, I'm so hungry, I am so sleep, una get, but I had to show up. I had to wake up in the morning, nimeamka nikaenda gym, nimekuja hapa, nikitoka hapa I'll go do radio, in the afternoon I have something else to do, and then I need to sleep by 8, and then tomorrow do the same thing over and over again. Na kibandaski hapo ndani iko kwa schedule. So discipline guys, and also consistency. Na vile nimewaambia, you need to be very, ikitu nimekamkulan with time, you need to be very prayerful. Please be specific. Kama ni huo mpoa mwenye unataka, ambia God, nataka akue mtol, nataka akue na workout kama mimi, nataka akue anaenda church, nataka akue anaomba. Imagine, be very specific and you will be surprised. Me 2025, God ameni surprise in so many ways. Like nilikuwa specific na akaniongezea plus what I asked for. So if you're very specific, kama ni shule unataka kwenda, mwambie nataka do ya kwenda shule, nataka kufanya hii degree, nataka kufanya hii course, na nataka nikimaliza hii course nipate job Citizen, ama nipate hiyo attachment, wherever it is that you're dreaming of. Just tell God what you want. That is something I think we also underestimate. So the power of prayer and be very specific and intentional, those are things that have worked for me. So I'm just sharing what has worked for me.
Prayer.
Ukweli, maombi, clack it. Clack it.
Dress code leo, madam.
Lost java mini. Lakini sijaacha kuzivaa. Bado disclaimer.
Siku tu ya kwanza leo.
Siku tu ya kwanza.
Maintain, ile mpya nguo, tuendelee hivyo mpaka mimi Kenya tunaweza sema, like, just be brutally honest with yourself about the progress you're making. Musi pretend, tusijidanganye. You know, if you're not making progress, if you're not succeeding in something, if things are not working out, stop pretending that you're okay. That's what Ken was saying. Before uanze, declutter, whatever it is that you feel, I work. Be brutally honest with yourself. Stop pretending that things are working out. You know, if you get that clarity, that's like the key to beginning your journey to transformation. Anzia hapo. Kaa chini, jiite mkutano. You see this mkutano we say, enda mkutano, jipeleke kwa coffee. Wherever you can afford. Enda kaa chini na hiyo kitabu na kalamu. Write everything that is working out in your life. Write everything that is not working out in your life. Anzia hapo. That will give you the way forward on where to start. But then again, Ken, let's talk about how exactly to decide what to make your goal. Sometimes we feel like tunajaribu kila kitu. We are trying to be a jack of all trades. Tunataka tujenge, tunataka tufanye nini, tunataka, like, you want everything. You want to crush everything you have ever wanted to achieve in your life within just this specific year. Unataka ufanye kila kitu 2026. Before you know it, inafika December, ile nyumba ulianzisha tu bado iko ni foundation haijasonga. Like you've done everything you wanted but hazijasonga. So how do we go about deciding on
Kuna kitu kiongea nilikuwa tunajiambia leo huyu atatufanyia altar call. But I agree with what she says. There's a power of the tongue. What you confess you shall possess if you only work for it. But why do we not get it right? Human nature has a competition mentality. You sit down, you want to achieve things because you are competing with somebody else. You are playing catch up. And you forget that in this journey called life, it is all about you and yourself. Stop thinking of achieving something because somebody else has done it. By the time you sit down to catch up with them, they have already drafted something and became better. So you will always play catch up. Don't play catch up in life. In life, you must break down. December is 12 months away. So you must break down in the segment of what do I want to achieve by month? What do I want to achieve by weekly and daily? What you are forgetting is we are no longer looking at 365 days in this year called 2026. 12 days are already done. In philosophy, we say that today is the tomorrow of yesterday. When you kept on talking of tomorrow, tomorrow never comes. There is no day that you're going to stay and say today is tomorrow. So if you didn't plan on Monday for your Tuesday, Your Tuesday will come, and your Wednesday will come, and a week will be done, and a month will be done, and December will be here. And when you look back, you only say, at least I survived.
Bora tunapumua.
Bora uhai. But sio bora uhai. Afadhali sasa ubadilishe useme uhai bora. Uhai bora hupatikana na mtu kuketi chini. By the way, what people don't understand is you are your own accountability partner.
That's true.
Before you go out there to seek somebody to encourage you, to pat you at the back and tell you you are doing it right, you are achieving, many a times people are focusing on themselves. Stop competing with people who do not even give a damn about you. Stop looking back and taking care of people who might not be even appreciative. Don't do it because you're obligated. Do it because you want to do it. If you sit down and you have to plan your finances to an extent that kuna pesa itakuwa ya emergency, either yako ama watu wengine. Lakini hii 2K urgently, you cannot be the funder of everybody. Na unajua watu wote wanaweza kukualika. You know, there is a way people who know that you are generous talk to other people about your generosity. Wanakuja wanakuambia, hey, by the way Bobby, kama sio SAF, kama sio Safin. Alafu na yeye Bobby anaambia QT, acha nikwambie QT, Safin amecome through for Ken. So what are you telling both of them?
Si mbaya, I mean.
Si mbaya until you have 14.
Wacha nikwambie Safin.
Urgently.
Sifa achia Mwenyezi Mungu.
Si mbaya, ni kama kushukuru.
Sifa mzuri na bora. Sifa mzuri na mbaya, the most constant. Hapana, the most constant thing about those two words, sifa mbaya na mzuri, ni sifa. Utasifiwa vizuri, but they will not do much. Because they will only want to take. Watakusifia vibaya na watakuambia sawa. I would want people to understand there is a power called sina. There is a power called no. Siwezi.
Sina is a word and it's okay to use it.
It's complete. It's actually not an adjective. It's a complete word.
How do you get there when you're able to just say sina?
Kwani una utu?
Hapana.
Si mambo na utu, mimi kuna style. Sasa
you could be having your 3K for lunch. Umejipangia ka lunch kako hapo baadaye. And then mtu akupigie simu. How do you get the audacity to just say sina? Na mtu wako na shida. By the way yake.
How do you qualify hiyo shida yake? Because they are people who have mastered the art of helplessness. In psychology, we call it the art of helplessness. That you have learned how to be helpless. Serikali saidia. Serikali yenyewe inatutegemea sisi tulipe ushuru. Na unataka kutegemea hiyo serikali. There are people who have mastered that they cannot go out and work harder. They are smart by borrowing. We were discussing with a friend of mine called James the other day. Kuna mtu, the people who take advantages of bad things that happen. Mam ni mgonjwa. So what will I do? I now perfect the art of calling everybody for them to pity me kwa sababu mamangu ni mgonjwa, wanipee pesa. Because I'm taking care of mom. What if I went ahead and worked and employed a nanny? So that I can be paid to pay that nanny. We have to change this cycle. And this cycle of helplessness is what you need to stop for you to thrive. Kuna watu hawatawahi endelea maishani mwao kwa sababu you are milling around. Ushaiona kondoo imefungwa kwa kamba. If it mills around, itamaliza hiyo nyasi. Na italala hapo. And the best itafanya ni kupiga masauti. Some of us go back to take care of others and we forget to invest in yourself. And these are the same people who are going to laugh at you and say, look at how he or she had a 6-figure salary, but he never did anything for himself. How many people are bound to retire? Na wale watu muna retire this year, muanze kujipanga. Na pesa ya retire siyo ya kujenga nyumba.
Muanze kujipanga sahi, I think it's already late.
It's never too late.
Kama ukuko umejipanga.
It's never too late, Safin. It's late when you have derailers along the way. What I am asking people to do is leave the derailers. If the derailer is in your family, by the way, hakuna laana itakushika if you don't take care of your nephew or niece. Because the mother should kneel like QT to intercede for their own children. So when I have to intercede for my own and intercede for hers and yours, Mungu atasikia gani kutoka kwako? Don't confuse God.
Unajua Ken alivile alianza.
Wait, Safin, let me
anaongea vibaya.
No, wacha ni kunini.
Amemake.
I'd love to add on what he's saying. As I usually say, Ken, the takers have no limits. They will always take from you. And I think you guys know me. Mnajua mi ndo the most, mi ndo mama kanisa, kusaidia, kufanya.
Auntie Mado.
And kila mtu ako hapo. But when 2025 was going to end, I made a decision like to choose me. It was a hard decision for me, but I just sat down and decided, QT, if you don't do this now, you will never. So you know what I mean? I just told myself, if you don't make this decision right now, unaenda kuanza mwaka mpya, are you sure you want to carry other people's burdens? And nimependa tu vile Ken amesema, hawa wase wamemaster, they are manipulators, washa master art ya kukumanipulate. Wanajua QT ni mpole, QT anakuanga mzuri, QT anakuanga na nikipigia QT, there is no day atawai niambia no. Hata nikwambie kuna kamekuwa kakigo round. Hii mwaka kama utaki mashida, sema no, sitaki, saa tutadu. Unaget? Saizi, mali imefika. Let me tell you, like unaambia mse we, ama saa tutadu. Hizo aki mkona mambo, you know, una relate tu nayo. Let me tell you, Safin, mimi 2026 nimeamua kujichagua. But ni ukweli, imagine Safin situation yenye nilikuwa nimejieka 2025. So when I was starting the year, I said, QT, you need to choose yourself because you're always the good person. You're always the to-go person to everyone. So hiyo kitu nilirealize imeni drain 2025. Yani I just sat down nikajita hiyo meeting tumesema nikajiambia 2025 mentally, financially, emotionally hizo vitu zote zimeni drain. Nikakaa hivi chini nikamake hiyo decision. Najua kuna watu waliumia vibaya sana but nilikaa hivi nikajichoose. Imagine choosing yourself, people will call you selfish. Venye mnaambia Ken ati hauna utu cheki, wacha ikaange sina utu, wacha nikage mimi mbaya because utabeba burdens za watu. Huyu anataka 2K, huyu anataka 5K, huyu anataka 10K, huyu anataka so mbili, huyu anataka so moja. Okay, wewe ni nani anakukamia through Safin? Ebu ask yourself that question.
You know, by
who is coming through for you?
Do you know there's there's a way,
you...
there's a level you can get to the extent that even you feel guilty of asking.
Yes.
Or you feel like there's nobody. No, I'm saying if you you know, you're so used to giving and coming through for other people. There's a level you get and you feel like sasa ukiwa na shida Ken, unajaribu kuangalia around, wote wananitegemea. So mimi nitaenda kwa nani? So you become so lonely in your moment of need or your moment of darkness or a season you're going through because hauna mtu. Like you have always been the giver. The Superman of your social side.
Itakuwa bana, you will die.
The issue I have with that is especially when you're by the way, this is not a lesson on selfishness today. It's about self-preservation.
Self-care.
Self-care. Choosing yourself first before. We're not saying don't help people. We're saying help people after.
If you can.
We mwenyewe make sure uko sawa. And something I wanted to add on what QT was saying is that by the way, if you don't put these measures in place, you will start to see. And kuna watu hadi wengine ukiona phone call yao unajua tu. Unajua, yani ukiona tu hiyo simu yako ikiring uone unajua there's nothing else they're telling me. There's no good news they're telling me. They're not checking up on me. They need 2K urgently. And it's a bit unfortunate because when you're a giver especially, you realize people don't even check on you. Unaona hata ile fake conversation walikuwa natumia kitambo ya hey mambo Ken, uko aje? Watu wako aje? Nini. They butter you up before they ask. Squeeze it to straight. They don't care how you are. They don't know if you're depressed. They don't know which hole you are in. Just because you always look good, you always take care of yourself, you always pay your bills, you always show up the way like QT. They don't know that ukona vitu zako deep zenye una go through. They don't check up on you. Anytime they call you is just to take from you. So easy standards, by the way, ni for self. It's not that you're well, it is selfish, but it's not out of malice or bad intent. It's just out of self-preservation. You take care of yourself first. But something I'm trying to learn, maybe Ken will give me lessons after, is that outright saying sina. So mimi nazungushanga wacha ndakupigia.
Cheki hatuna.
Oja si bank imefanya nini? Simu, wacha tutaona. But I need to start being honest because sometimes also you realize we unajinyima ndio ufanye hizi projects zako zisonge. Hao unaona wako out, wana enjoy life, wanafanya vitu poa, lakini saizi January Roberta said it aje, like bro, ujui mimi hata sijakula hata kuku na fanta this. Mimi nimejinyima, sasa nijinyime nikupe.
Kwa tuna tabia za kuku kuruka.
Mnasema hivyo lakini kusema sina, that thing
it works.
Kuna mimi nataka kupiga picha akiwa OC. Unasema aje?
Ama ni mtoto ako na njaa.
Safin, you have to reach.
How do you say no?
You have to.
You have to grow to a specific place called maturity, where you tell yourself what you can entertain and what you cannot entertain. Personally, vitu kama hospital bill is not something I will argue with you. Hiyo 3K naweza kataa kukula ndio nikupatie kwa sababu ya ugonjwa. Anybody can get sick anytime. However, I don't know whether I need to apologize or not. However, who didn't know that schools were reopening? Na ulikuwa unatuzungushia mizinga hapa.
Hapo siwezi kuwatetea. Ken ongea. Mimi hapo siwezi ongea.
Unless there was a problem with the pregnancy and the child came early, who didn't know that the baby was coming around? Ati now ameshikwa na labor pains. Tunaelekea hosini sort. Seriously? A baby that was prepared for 9 months na akiwa maternity uko zile za bro, unajua sijanunua mpaka diaper. Seriously?
I think
sometimes we entertain a lot of mediocrity to the people we call friends and family, up to a level that utajiambia wewe kama Bobby, there are things I can say yes to and there are things I can say no to. Never feel guilty that somebody has asked you for a K on your way to lunch and you decided to eat that 1K because you need to eat for you to survive in that workplace. Otherwise utamtumia na wewe uteseke, utafutwa na yeye atakuwa maisha yake imeendelea. Never feel guilty. Somebody's emergency must never be your emergency.
Okay.
Emergencies are things that you can never do away with. Ati mtu anipigie simu QT saa hii uniambia Ken, unajua ni aje gari yangu haina mafuta, ni sawa. Si unaishi Keno. Enda stage.
Panda matatu.
There are some standards that we will have to contain. We cannot be standardizing ourselves at the expense of making ourselves sick. Last year, so many of us became depressed because of the standards you want to maintain. By all means, stoop lower, start afresh.
Rudi chini.
Hey, I love that.
Cut your coats.
Yes.
According to your size.
Correct.
In 2026.
Leo tuko wapi?
Nyinyi mumeamua. Time inakimbia. So a final round to ya haraka. Because I want more of those tips. In case there's anything in your mind, just share with us, QT. What else do you think we should do to really maximize? Especially kwa ku-maintain your momentum. Vile nilianza nilisema tunaanza vizuri. I think between now and April
tutakuwa sawa.
But ikifika May, we even forget what we wanted to achieve in this particular year. So how do we maintain that momentum till the end?
I think number one, acha kujipatia pressure juu ya watu wengine. The people around you, tunakuwa na hiyo pressure. Mabeshte wangu wote wanapata watu hii, wana get married, wanajenga, wanabai magari, wanafanya nini. You are not at the same level as your other friends. Uko kwa level yako peke yako. Level yako inaweza kuiko juu kuliko hawa wase wengine wote, inaweza kuiko katikati, inaweza kuiko iko chini. You'll get there when you get there. I keep saying this thing. You will get there when you get there, as long as you've put in the work, as long as you've put in the effort. Acha pressure. Manze tunajipatianga pressure. That's why umesema hiyo kitu ya unafanya vitu 50. Nilikuwa nimeanza project ya kujenga, nimeona huyu amebuy gari, so nataka kubuy gari. Nimeacha, nimeona huyu amefanya wedo, sana nataka kuanzisha wedo, umeacha tena mjengo, umeacha hiyo nini ya kubuy gari. Focus on one thing. Put your energy on one thing. And as we said, write your goals. Kuna zile short term, kuna zile za January peke yake, kuna zile za 3 months, kuna zenye utakuwa umeachieve by June, kuna zile utakuwa umeachieve by November. Hiyo November ikifika na December, kama ujaachieve, you still have 2027 to go through with it. Hiyo ya kusema guy, haki sina time, listen. Everything happens at its own time and God makes it beautiful at his own timing. So it will happen when it's supposed to happen. Tafadhali, wacha kujiekelea hiyo pressure ya mabeshte wako, ya familia yako, and please put boundaries, learn to say no. Manze, mi nimekuwa victim sana, especially in 2025 with people very close to me. I'll say my friends and my family, people very close to me. They've taken advantage of me, and I think saizi nimeka boundaries. I think huku nje tu mtakuwa mnasikia cutini mbaya. Cutini mbaya, cutini mbaya. So mkisikia hiyo version iko tu sawa, pia tumesema sifa tunachia nani?
Mungu.
Bwana Yesu, sawa mtu wangu.
We are human, we are allowed to speak. Roberta.
Mimi nataka kama self-love ambassador, nataka kuwakumbusha tu, selfishly choose yourself. Love yourself more than anyone else you'll ever love. Everything we've said here can be summarized in the book by Paulo Coelho. It's called The Alchemist. Read that book.
Yeah,
it's a nice book.
very good.
It shows you whatever you think, like thoughts become things. The things you want, zina exist, kuna abundance. Usijicompare, usifikirie, juu nani amebuy gari, hakuna magari zingine za kubaiwa. Juu nani amepata jobs zimeisha. Please toka kwa lack mindset. Love yourself in your little ways. Do not compare yourself. I keep giving example ya omena juu. Omena ni very basic. Kama sherehe yako ni kujibaya omena yako ya 50 na nyanya ya 20 na kitunguu ya 10. Please, hiyo ndo furaha yako. Enda ujitreat, uifurahi na dania na kitunguu. Enjoy ugali kako kazuri. Na awe.
Omena
hapana. Hata kusema hadi roiko we. So please.
Wacheni omena ikuwe.
Wacha tu ikuwe omena. Kitunguu tu na nyanya. Ikienda sana dania na gali. Kidogo tu na pilipili. Lakini please love yourself so much that you embody love. When people see you, leo Cutie amenipea 6 million compliments. When people see you, they feel love. They know you're loved. They just see it in your face. They know you look relaxed, you look happy, you look nice. And it's not about you having the money to do this. It's about you having the mindset, you choosing yourself. We can see. Imagine ukitokea, tunajonga tu huyu anajipenda, huyu ajipendi, huyu anajichoose, huyu ajichoose.
It shows.
In relationships, jobs, any sort of situation, even familial, where you feel like you're not loved. Remember, self-love means kujitoa. Ukiachwa, achika. Ukitupwa, unatupika. Asipo kutext, like just make decisions for yourself. Usingoje utese. Unajua unateswangwa inafika August. G-text bana.
By the unaweza G-text. You know by the unaweza G-text. I'm like, good morning my queen.
Ama text. Nini? Inaitwaje hizi ma AI. G-text uko watakuongelesha.
Hata AI by the anaweza kukuongelesha.
They tell me I'm beautiful. Oh, they will tell you how beautiful you are. So please, hii mwaka last year ilikuwa warm up. Na hiyo mwaka ingine ilikuwa testing. This year, by next year, we need to be able to see Cutie loves herself. Ken is the embodiment of love and taking care of themselves. Be super intentional because it shows. And what else? Just Happy New Year. Please follow me on social media, Roberta Bobby everywhere. Kujeni huko ndo niwaambie sa stories zile deep.
Interesting. For my 2026 advice to people, have the principle of a duck. If you look at the duck on water, looks very still, but under the water, it's still doing a lot of work. Talk less, do more. Let people see the actions, because sometimes your enemies will not know what's happening to you if you don't talk to your friends. Some of us are betrayed by the people we trust so much. Sit down with yourself, get yourself a mentor, somebody who can sit with you. Put it down in writing. Even if you cannot afford somebody to be your accountability partner, just make sure that you journal your journey and make amends where amends needs to be made. It's not too late. It's not foolishness that you put it in January, but you have to change it in June, because that is what we call growth.
All right.
Keep growing. And when you keep growing, you will be happy that what you have done has helped you to be disciplined and become a better human being.
All right. Gawa hii mwaka, you can start the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter. What do I want to do? 365 days may look like so much time, but please, hizo goals unaweza ziweka tu kidogo kidogo. Sema by April nataka nikuwe nimelipa madeni. Between April and August nataka nikuwe nimefanya kitu fulani. Utaona unaenda vizuri, usiwai tense. I mean, 2026 will be a great year. We are optimistic, we have faith, and we will be here with you through it all. Yes. So, you're taken care of. Next Tuesday, tupatane hapa, the same time, same place, and we will have something interesting for you. For now, it's a wrap. Have a lovely day ahead, and have a lovely year ahead of you.